Did you know that beneath the vast, shimmering surface of our oceans, there exists a world teeming with creatures that share their names with animals you might more readily find on land? It's a curious quirk of human observation, a testament to how we make sense of the new and the strange by comparing it to the familiar. The early explorers and naturalists, when faced with a fish of extraordinary appearance, would often reach for a name that captured its essence, its most striking feature, by likening it to a creature from their terrestrial world. A flash of a mane-like fin, a mouth shaped like a beak, or whiskers dangling from a chin. All these details sparked a connection, a bridge between two very different realms. This linguistic safari through the seas reveals a hidden menagerie, a collection of fish whose names evoke images of lions, parrots, and even cows. It's a fascinating intersection of biology and language where the naming conventions tell a story all of their own. These are not hybrids or mythical beasts, but real, living wonders of the deep, each with a unique story and a specific place in the intricate web of marine life. Their names are clues, hints to their appearance, their behavior, or perhaps just a flight of fancy from the person who first described them to the world. In this journey, we will explore 10 such remarkable fish. We will delve into their habitats, from the vibrant coral gardens of the Indo-Pacific to the cooler, deeper waters of the Atlantic. We will uncover the reasons behind their terrestrial titles and marvel at the sheer diversity of life that our planet's oceans hold. So prepare to meet the animal kingdom's aquatic doppelgangers as we uncover where to spot these fascinating creatures and what makes each of them so special. The ocean is full of surprises, and its inhabitants have many tales to tell, if only we take the time to look and listen. Our first encounter is with a creature of undeniable and dramatic beauty, the lionfish. Its name is a perfect fit, adorned with a magnificent array of long, venomous spines that fan out like a lion's mane. It moves with a slow, deliberate grace, a monarch surveying its kingdom. These spines are not for show. They are a formidable defense against predators, a clear warning to all who might consider it a meal. Its body is striped with bold patterns of red, white, and brown. A dazzling and hypnotic display that serves as both camouflage amongst the corals and a stark warning. The lionfish is a true spectacle, a testament to nature's flair for the dramatic. Originally native to the warm tropical waters of the Indo-Pacific region, this fish can be found gliding majestically through the intricate latticework of coral reefs. Here it is an ambush predator, using its large pectoral fins to corner smaller fish and crustaceans before swallowing them whole in a startlingly quick gulp. In recent decades, however, the lionfish has become a notorious invasive species in the Atlantic and Caribbean, where its voracious appetite and lack of natural predators have caused significant disruption to local ecosystems. Its regal appearance, therefore, belies a more complicated story, one of beauty, danger, and ecological imbalance, making it one of the most talked about fish in the sea. Now we shift our focus to a creature that has perfected the art of invisibility, the frogfish. Its name might seem odd at first, but observe its stout, lumpy body and its wide, upturned mouth, and a resemblance to its amphibian namesake begins to emerge. But its most frog-like quality is perhaps its method of movement. Instead of swimming gracefully, it often walks along the seabed using its modified pectoral fins like clumsy feet. This ambling gait, combined with its globular shape, makes it one of the ocean's most curious inhabitants. It is a fish that seems to defy the very definition of being a fish. Found in the tropical and subtropical oceans around the globe, the frogfish is the ultimate ambush predator, relying on its extraordinary camouflage. It can change its color and even its skin texture over days or weeks to perfectly match its surroundings, whether it's a vibrant sponge, a craggy rock, or a piece of algae-covered debris. It possesses a unique lure, a modified dorsal spine topped with a fleshy appendage that it dangles and wiggles to attract unsuspecting prey. When a small fish or crustacean comes to investigate the tempting worm, the frogfish opens its cavernous mouth and inhales its meal in a fraction of a second, one of the fastest feeding actions in the animal kingdom. In the bustling, vibrant cities of the coral reef, few residents are as colorful or as crucial as the parrotfish. Its name is derived from its remarkable mouth, where its teeth are fused together to form a hard, powerful beak, strikingly similar to that of a parrot. This specialized tool is essential for its survival and for the health of the entire reef ecosystem. With this beak, it scrapes algae from the surfaces of coral and rock, a constant gardener pruning the reef and preventing it from being smothered. The sound of parrotfish feeding is one of the characteristic noises of a healthy reef, a continuous rhythmic crunching. These dazzling fish, painted in a riot of blues, greens, pinks and yellows, are found in coral reefs all over the world. As they feed, they inadvertently consume bits of coral rock, which are then ground up in their pharyngeal mill, a second set of teeth in their throat. This process results in the excretion of fine, white sand. In fact, a single large parrotfish can produce hundreds of kilograms of sand each year, contributing significantly to the beautiful white sandy beaches that we associate with tropical paradises. They are not just inhabitants of the reef. They are its architects, its cleaners, and its creators, a living link between the coral and the shore. Venturing into the deeper, dimmer parts of the ocean, we find a fish that seems to have been assembled from spare parts, the peculiar batfish. Its name is thought to come from its broad, flattened body and large pectoral fins, which when spread give it a vague resemblance to a bat's wings. But that's where the similarity ends. These are not creatures of graceful flight, but of the seafloor. They are notoriously poor swimmers, preferring to use their stiff, arm-like pectoral and pelvic fins to push themselves along the sandy or muddy bottom, much like the frogfish we met earlier, but with an even more awkward-looking shuffle. The red-lipped batfish, found around the Galapagos Islands, is perhaps the most famous of its kind, known for its bizarre, bright red mouth that looks as if it has been painted with lipstick. These odd creatures are found in both the Atlantic and Indo-Pacific, typically in deeper waters where light is scarce. Like the frogfish, they also possess a lure to attract prey. But in the batfish, this structure, called an elysium, retracts into a special cavity on its head when not in use. They are a wonderful example of how life adapts to the pressures of the deep sea, resulting in forms that are both wonderfully strange and perfectly suited to their environment. Our next subject is a common but often overlooked inhabitant of shallow tropical waters, the goatfish. The reason for its name becomes immediately apparent when you look beneath its mouth. It possesses a pair of long, fleshy sensory organs known as barbels, which dangle from its chin like the whiskers or goatee of a goat. These are not for show, they are highly sophisticated tools, packed with chemosensory cells that allow the goatfish to taste and feel for food hidden within the sand and sediment. It is a creature that experiences its world primarily through touch and taste. You can often spot goatfish in small schools moving slowly across sandy bottoms or seagrass beds in tropical and subtropical waters worldwide. They methodically probe the substrate with their barbels, stirring up the sand in search of worms, small crustaceans, and other invertebrates. Often they are followed by other opportunistic fish, such as wrasses, which dart in to snatch up any morsels that the goatfish uncovers but misses. This behavior makes them a focal point of activity on the seafloor, a mobile foraging party that constantly interacts with its environment and its neighbors, using its distinctive whiskers to unlock the secrets hidden just beneath the surface. The name dogfish is a broad term, often applied to several species of small sharks, most famously the spiny dogfish. The origin of the name is thought to stem from their habit of hunting in packs, much like a pack of wild dogs, pursuing schools of smaller fish like herring and mackerel across vast stretches of open water. They are tenacious and persistent hunters, working together to corral their prey. This pack-hunting behavior is relatively rare among sharks, making the dogfish a fascinating subject of study. They are the hounds of the sea, relentless in their pursuit. Found in the temperate and subarctic waters of the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, the spiny dogfish is one of the most abundant shark species on the planet. They are relatively small, rarely exceeding a meter in length, and are characterized by the sharp, mildly venomous spines found in front of each of their two dorsal fins, a feature that gives them their name and provides a defense against larger predators. Despite their abundance, they are slow-growing and have one of the longest gestation periods of any vertebrate, lasting up to 2 years. This makes them particularly vulnerable to overfishing, turning this common dog of the sea into a creature in need of our protection. The catfish, Whiskered Wonders. While many of us associate catfish with freshwater rivers and lakes, this enormous and diverse group of fish has members that have also conquered the sea. The name, of course, comes from the prominent barbels that extend from their mouths, which look remarkably like a cat's whiskers. These barbels are covered in taste buds and are used to navigate and find food in murky or dark conditions. Just as a cat uses its whiskers to feel its way in the dark, a catfish uses its barbels to taste its way through the water, detecting worms, crustaceans, and other food items buried in the mud. Several species, such as the hardhead catfish and the gaff topsail catfish, are commonly found in coastal marine waters and estuaries, particularly along the western Atlantic coast. The gaff topsail catfish is especially notable, with long, ribbon-like filaments trailing from its dorsal and pectoral fins. A fascinating aspect of many marine catfish is their method of reproduction. The male practices mouth brooding, carrying the large marble-sized eggs in his mouth for several months until they hatch. He forgoes eating throughout this entire period, demonstrating a remarkable level of paternal care, a dedicated guardian of the next generation. In the warm waters of the Indo-Pacific, we find a group of peaceful, algae-eating fish known as rabbitfish. Their charming name is inspired by their facial features. A small, pursed mouth and large, dark eyes set on a rounded snout give them a gentle, somewhat timid appearance, reminiscent of a rabbit. They even have a habit of grazing in groups on beds of algae and seagrass, much like rabbits, nibbling in a meadow. This herbivorous diet plays a vital role in keeping algal growth in check on coral reefs, preventing it from overgrowing and harming the corals. Also known as spinefoots, rabbitfish possess a key defensive feature. Their dorsal, anal, and pelvic fins are equipped with sharp, venomous spines. When threatened, they can raise these spines in a formidable display. A sting from a rabbitfish can be extremely painful, a potent reminder that even the most gentle-looking creatures in the ocean have ways to protect themselves. Often seen in pairs or schools, they move gracefully over the reef, their rabbit-like faces constantly searching for their next meal, performing a quiet but essential service for the health of their entire community. Our penultimate creature is surely one of the most oddly shaped fish in the ocean, the cowfish. A member of the boxfish family, its body is encased in a rigid, bony shell or carapace formed from fused plate-like scales. This gives it a distinctly triangular or boxy shape. The name cowfish comes from the two prominent horn-like spines that protrude from above its eyes, giving it the unmistakable silhouette of a little sea-going bovine. These horns are not just for a show. They are thought to make the fish more difficult for predators to swallow. Found in the warmer parts of the Atlantic and Indo-Pacific, cowfish are slow, almost clumsy swimmers, relying on the gentle sculling of their small dorsal and pectoral fins for propulsion. Their rigid body means they cannot bend to swim like other fish. When threatened, they have another line of defense besides their armor and horns. They can release a powerful toxin, ostracytoxin, into the surrounding water, which is poisonous to other fish. With its horns, armor, and secret chemical weapon, the slow-moving cowfish is far better protected than it might first appear, a tiny armored tank of the sea. Our final fish is one whose name seems more mysterious than the others. The horse mackerel, a sleek, fast-swimming fish, bears no physical resemblance to a horse whatsoever. So, where does the name come from? The most widely accepted theory is an old Dutch legend that claimed other, smaller fish would ride on the back of the horse mackerel to travel long distances across the sea. While this is pure folklore, the name stuck, evoking an image of a powerful creature carrying others on a great ocean journey. Another theory suggests the name simply implies a large, coarse or strong type of mackerel, not fit for human consumption in the same way as finer fish, a horse version in an old-fashioned sense. Whatever its origin, the horse mackerel is an important commercial species found in the northeastern Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea. They form vast, shimmering schools that can stretch for miles, moving as one cohesive unit through the water column. These enormous aggregations are a vital part of the marine food web, providing a crucial food source for larger predators like dolphins, sharks, and seabirds. Though its name is born of myth, the horse mackerel's role in the ocean is very real. A powerful engine driving the ecosystem of the open sea, a galloping herd beneath the waves. And so, our journey through the ocean's menagerie comes to a close. From the regal lionfish to the mythical horse mackerel, we have seen how the terrestrial world has lent its names to the wonders of the deep. These names are more than just labels. They are stories, echoes of the moment a human first looked upon a strange new creature and saw a flicker of the familiar. They remind us that, for all its mystery, the ocean is part of our world, and we are intrinsically connected to it through language, history, and a shared sense of wonder. The 10 fish we've met today are just a small sample of this phenomenon, a few chapters in the endless book of the sea. The ocean's diversity is truly staggering, and it's almost certain there are other fish out there bearing the names of land animals that we haven't mentioned. Perhaps you know of one, a spiderfish, a wolf eel, or something even more surprising. I would be fascinated to read your discoveries, so please do share them in the comments below. Your collective knowledge can help us all appreciate the richness of marine life even more. Every name tells a story, and I am eager to hear the ones that you have collected on your own journeys of discovery. If this exploration of the ocean's hidden connections has sparked your curiosity, then I invite you to join our community of fellow ocean lovers. By subscribing to Treasure Of, you'll ensure you don't miss our future dives into the fascinating facts, hidden secrets, and breathtaking beauty of our planet's aquatic realms. There is always more to explore, more to understand, and more to protect. Thank you for joining me on this voyage, and I look forward to seeing you again as we continue to uncover the treasures of the deep.